Welcome to TurkPride.tv for tonight's Emerald Sound football matchup between the hometown Sultan Turks and the visiting Granite Falls Tigers. My name is Dan Deller. I'm joined on the broadcast by my co-host, Brian Atkinson. Brian, how are you tonight?
Hey, welcome. We're back to football.
We are. Football at the end of February, right?
Hashtag Turks first, everybody. Welcome.
Yes, we do. We want to welcome everybody, not only our hometown Turk fans, but our visiting fans from Granite Falls. Welcome here to TurkPride.tv. We hope you enjoy the broadcast tonight just as much as we're going to enjoy bringing it to you here on TurkPride.tv, your home of all things Sultan Athletics. All right, we've had the national anthem. The teams have taken the field. The Turks are going to be kicking off. Granite Falls will be receiving to the left, which is the east end of the stadium, and the Turks will be defending the west end goal. All right, and we are just about underway with fall football. We'll use fall in quotations. Fall football in February. Here we go. And we're underway. It's a short kickoff. And bobbled but picked up by the Granite Falls player, dodges a couple of tackles, and then brought down by a host of Turks there on the south sideline. And it looks like Granite Falls is going to have the ball first and 10 at about their own 30-yard line.
That's a great first kickoff by the Turks there.
Yes, it is. It's a way to get started for the season. So, again, we appreciate you joining us, and there's some really different and difficult circumstances. Very limited fans in the audience tonight, just immediate family of the Turk players. And again, Emerald Sound Conference has decided that no visiting fans will be allowed in the opponent's stadiums this season. So, again, we appreciate you joining us here tonight. Slap off to the right side, breaks a tackle, has got some open field. Granite Falls runner is still on his feet. Down to the 30, cuts back, and brought down at about the 28-yard line after a huge gain on the first play from scrimmage for the Tigers. So just a quick toss to the right-hand side, Brian, and that one went for big yardage.
Got to keep contained on the outside, everybody.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a breakdown there, and he ran pretty much untouched until he was tacked down at just about the 30-yard line. So first down and 10 for the Tigers. Under center, number 11, Luis Hernandez is quarterback for the Tigers in shotgun formation, split backs, and in motion, hands off down the left side, breaks a tackle, still on his feet, number 20, and brought down by the Turks, but looks like it's going to be close to a first down. Run was by number 20 for the Tigers. That is Danny Schmeissing. That is enough to move the sticks, so Granite Falls continues to eat up big chunks of yardage here on this first drive of the night. First down and 10 for the Tigers from the Turks' 29-yard line. Hernandez under center. Pitch to the left side. Number 20 breaks the tackle, cuts back, and then swarmed down nicely by a whole host of Turks there on the left side. On the home field sidelines. Nice takedown. It's going to bring up second at about 9, a long 9 yards. All right. So the Tigers come up second down and 9. Back to pass. First pass of the game, rolling to his right, looking towards the end zone. Caught, and no, out of bounds. Incomplete. Bring up third down now and about 9.
All right. Just some technical difficulties getting things going.
You're back.
I'm back.
I thought maybe we lost you there, Brian, for a second.
Oh, you did lose me for a second.
Thought I was running this thing solo here, It's like, geez. All right. So Granite Falls, so far, pretty impressive here on this first drive. They're eating up some big chunks of yardage as they're just marching down the field. Turks need a stop here, so they don't want to go behind early here in this game. Tigers under center. Handoff up the middle. Number 20 dives forward, gets a short gain. And again, number 20 is Danny Schmeissing.
Looks like it's going to be just a little short of the first down.
And so right now, first decision of the game for the Tigers is going to be about 4th and 5 from the 18-yard line, and it looks like they're going to go for it here. And we've got some substitutions coming in and out for the Tigers as they're getting ready for this very important 4th and 5 play from the Turks 18. Hernandez comes under center, man in motion, pitch to the right, and he's going to, still on his feet. Oh, he's still on his feet. He's in for a touchdown. Number 23 for the Tigers, that's Olfa Sayofaga, I believe. It's Alofa Sayofaga. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And for the score, and just that quickly, the Tigers find themselves up 6-0. Lining up for the PAT. Snap, set, kick up, and no good. No good. It's short. I think it was partially blocked. So the score remains now Granite Falls 6, the hometown Turks nothing. So we'll take this opportunity to bring you aware of, again, the Turks are in a new conference this year, the Emerald Sound Conference, comprised of themselves, Kings High School, Cedar Park Christian, Granite Falls, the Tigers that are here tonight, South Whitby, the Falcons, are the 5 teams comprising the Emerald Sound Conference. So far, there's only been one game. Kings High School played a non-conference game earlier this week against Life Christian Academy, and they won that game 31-21. So they sit at 1-0, and all the other teams are playing this evening. We've got this game here, obviously Granite Falls versus Sultan, and in the other matchup of the other 2 teams, South Whitby is at Cedar Park Christian tonight.
All righty. Well, that didn't go quite as the Turks wanted.
No, that was pretty quick. 9 minutes and 16 seconds remaining still in the first quarter. So the Granite Falls chewed up some pretty big chunks of yardage fairly quickly there and marched right down the field to score on their first drive tonight. Turks are going to get their first opportunity here on offense.
So we've got a defensive adjustment to make.
It's kind of a little pooch kick, really short also, but fielded and a short return for the Turks. So they're going to have first down. And it looks like the ball is going to be spotted at the 30-yard line. Just about right at the 30-yard line. Looks like it's going to be first and 31. We'll call it the 31, first and 10, Turks.
We used to be able to tell a lot better in our old days.
Boy, you know, hey, it's okay. It's okay.
I'm excited
because we're a little off of midfield here. We're actually at about the 35-yard line, so that end of the field gets a little bit of a harder view, but I'll take it.
I'm pretty
I'll
excited
take it.
to be in our new gig here. Okay,
Yeah.
First time for offense for the Turks coming up. Man in motion to the right.
And dive forward. Yeah, that is a nice play for first down there. Gain of about 5. Looks like it's going to bring up about second 5 for the Turks.
That would be none other than Zane Sailor. Come sail away with us, Zane.
All right, second and 5 for the Turks. From the 35, their own 35-yard line.
Next break in the action, we're going to talk about a Turk player here.
Oh. Dropped, picked up, and then gotten to the running back. Makes a nice run there.
First down by Zane Sailor.
Zane Sailor, number 9. Zane is a 5'9", 200-pound senior. He's got to be a load to bring down. At 200 pounds, at 5'9" and 200 pounds.
You know, he hasn't always been 200 pounds. I remember him as a 160-pounder a couple years ago. Speedster. He's added some weight and some beast mode onto what he's got going.
Definitely so. Definitely so.
Tyler Sargent is in there, quarterback for the Turks.
Number
Throws
15. Oh. Incomplete and almost picked off. But yes, Sargent, number 15, is the starting quarterback for the Turks. And Sargent is a 6'2", 165-pound junior.
I was just looking at our programs here, and
This one's going to be a challenge because they
You got to put it in number order, guys.
yeah, guys. We'll catch that here in just a second. Handoff on the right side, breaking through. That's Sailor, and
Sailor
just pushing the pile.
Host of Granite Falls players there to bring
He
it
had
down for his shortest game of the day.
He had the Tigers by the tail there that time. You know,
yeah,
I tell you, he was just
absolutely.
dragging them down the field.
They were all pawing at him.
Yes. So we were saying we were presented a roster, and we do appreciate that because we didn't have any rosters for the scrimmage last week. But they chose to put it in alphabetical order as opposed to number order. So if we're delayed slightly in recognizing your player, we do apologize.
Yeah, at least we got the ball
Hand
now.
off by Sargent over the right-hand side, and that's number 44.
Just a bit short on that.
That's Caden Hardwick.
Caden Hard Yards with the hard yards.
And he's going to come up just a bit shy. It's going to bring up, nope, that is a first down. Just enough. Nice.
First down.
Nice spot there by the officials, and it's going to move the sticks. So it will bring up 1st and 10 for the Turks.
Well, we're all for hard yards getting more yards.
Oh, now Dave Moon's playing with the lights here in the booth. He's got a new toy over there. He's playing with our new lights in the palatial studios here. Hand off, Sailor running hard, just nice, tough running there, lowering his shoulder and just banging out about 5 yards there.
Yeah, just a bit. 4.5 maybe. Yeah, 5 yards.
Pretty cool. 4.5. Yeah, 4.5. It's going to bring up second and probably about a long 5 or 6 yards to go. And Tigers are making a couple of substitutions here. Split backs. One wide. And there we go. That's a little screen and caught and driving forward. So both teams moved the ball pretty nicely tonight, Brian. The Tigers had a lot of success on their first drive, and the Turks are doing likewise here. So not a lot of defense so far. Defense is definitely bending as the offense has pushed the ball down the field here early. We've got about 6 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the first period. And now the ball's perfectly aligned with where we're at, Brian. I mean, this is perfect right here. If they just play all the game on this, half of the field would be absolutely perfect.
Third and half a yard coming up. Give it to hard yards. Not even get the hard yards.
Oh, there we go. Oh, he's on his feet still.
still going.
Oh, look at him go. Nice running there by Hardwick. Thought he had him down a couple of times, and he just kept bouncing and bouncing and bouncing.
Yeah.
Ooh, 150. Wow. Well, thank you. And again, in all seriousness, we do appreciate you spending some time here with us tonight on a Friday night watching the hometown Turks and the visiting Tigers here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. Sargent under center, split backs, hand off to the second back, and that is Sailor again. Sailor's going to bounce his way forward. So thus far, we've seen, run. Turks haven't even had to throw the ball once yet, Brian, but when you're having success running like they are, you don't need to throw the ball. Bringing up second and no, the sticks are going to get readjusted. Second and about 5 for the Turks. They're on the 15-yard line of the Tigers. Handoff. To Hardwick. Oh, he gets stopped for a loss there. So a nice defensive stop by the Tigers. Their interior line there in catching Hardwick before he really got a chance to get any steam going and knocked him back for a short loss.
That's all right. He'll be there when he needs to get the hard yards because that's Caden hard yards.
All right. So we got some substitution there.
Got a big third down coming up for the Turks.
Yeah, this is a big down right here. 3rd and about 9 after that loss by Hardwick on the last play.
I'm betting this is going to be a roll to the right.
It could be the first pass. We might see it. Nope. Hand off to Sailor. Sailor still on his feet. Getting some tough yards on the right-hand side there, but he is going to come up short of the first down. It's going to be 4th down for the Turks. So it looks like 4th and about 5, Brian. So what do you call here?
Well, it depends on if you've got a kicker or not. And from our kickoff, I would just say that.
I don't see anybody running out on the field right now. So I think that you know, I think that we're probably going to look for either, it's been Hardwick and Saylor so far have been carrying the load. Turks have yet to throw the ball, and but they have had good success thus far. But
you know, I think I would fake it to Hardwick up the middle.
Give it to Saylor.
Throw it to big number 85 here on the side.
Counter play. Oh, there he goes. He's got it. Nice play. I think he's got enough for the first down. Saylor just pounding it in the middle. Nice run by that young man. Just runs really hard.
Sail away.
Just runs really hard and very reminiscent of somebody with a style similar to Marshawn Lynch back in the day.
I was gonna say that was more like Chandler Belcher.
Well, that could be. You know, there you go. There's a Turk. That's a Turk name from the past right there. All right, first and goal for the Turks. And it's a keeper. Excuse me, around the corner, and he's going to be short. That's quarterback keeper by number 5. Number 5 is Weston Bauer. Weston Bauer, number 5, he's a 5'11" sophomore, got in for the dedicated running play. That was a keeper all the way from start to finish.
Bear with us out there as we learn these players' numbers and names as the first game of the season. So, second and goal coming up here on the 1 yard line.
Yes, second and goal from the 1. I got to think
I think you need to hand the ball off here.
Saylor's going to get the ball right here. He's just going to pound. He's going to pound
it
right up the middle. There you go. There's the man right there. Ooh, but he hit by a host, and he is not going to make it. He's short. May have even lost a half a yard there. Nicely played by the Tigers. They were looking for that. And so far, the Turks have been pretty conservative in their offensive game plan, but it's working. You know, off tackle right, off tackle left. Counter trap type plays, and but it's been very successful thus far. But sound on that one, Granite Falls definitely had that one read and stuffed that one in the middle of the line.
Big third down coming up.
3rd and 1 from the 1. Oh, pressure, but Hardwick's going to get it. He's in for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Turks. Hard yards.
Oh, hey, there we go. We got the blue lights flashing here. Woohoo! All right, very nicely done. Nice drive there by the Turks. Just going down, inching down the field, and ending in 6 points. So chance to take the lead right here.
Well, yeah, and an observation on that. I mean, the Granite Falls got their point, their yards from going outside. Extra point coming up here. And it's good. Oh, he did hook it through there. Turks took the lead.
From this vantage point, it looked like he might have hooked that one just a little too much, but he got it around the.
That looked like a knuckleball.
Yeah, he got it around the goalpost. That's all that counts. And the Turks find themselves ahead, 7-6.
Who's our new kicker out there? Because I love the kickers. That is our Hunton Tradliner. He is a 5'8", 150-pound freshman.
Woo-hoo.
Just did that.
There you go.
So our kicking game is in good hands as long as we're there, right?
That's right. We've got 3 more years of quality kicking.
An observation, to make. Granite Falls got their yards going outside.
Yes, very much.
The Turks got most of their yards going inside.
Yep.
So the offensive line for the Turks is really making a difference right now.
So far, they've controlled the line of scrimmage. Yes, I would agree, because those dive plays and those counter plays, definitely you've got to have those guys up front moving people around.
So adjustments to make for the Turks. They need to make sure that they're turning that guy in, and that the corners need to have contained.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see now that both teams have had one offensive possession. They kind of know what each other is wanting to do. How the defense is making an adjustment here in their second opportunities tonight.
Big kickoff coming up.
And 2 minutes and 36 seconds remaining in the first quarter. And away we go. It's a short little kick. Bounce, and fielded cleanly there by the Tigers. And it looks like they're going to start on about their own 31-yard line, first and 10.
May have gotten the ball here. That would be a net.
Yep.
So I want to welcome all of our fans and friends from Granite Falls that are tuning in to watch your Tigers. Welcome to the broadcast, everybody.
For our friends that are tuning in from Granite Falls, I want to apologize in advance for my co-host if he gets too excited. He means well. He means well, but again, we'll try to keep it as unbiased as we can.
How many years have we been doing this? You know I know.
Oh, I know. All right, pitch to the right-hand side, and he breaks free, turns a corner, and turns it upfield for about a gain of 5 for the Tigers, number 23.
Well, the Turks are going to have to start cheating on that a little bit.
And that's Alofa Siofaga.
Well, you're doing so well with it.
There's some linguistically challenged here. Alofa Siofaga, I believe is how you pronounce that young man's name. And for any fans from Granite Falls, I apologize in advance if I mispronounce any of your players' names. It is not on purpose by any stretch of the imagination. Shotgun formation, split backs, handoff up the middle to number 20, stopped by Hardwick there. Oh, but then he pushes forward, and it looks like it's going to be enough for a first down. Run by number 20 is Danny Smicing.
So we've had one pass today?
One pass.
One pass so far?
One pass. Hey.
Two. The Granite Falls had one.
Yes, he had one in the corner that was incomplete, out of bounds. But hey, if you're chunking off 5-6 yards of whack, it's like, why you don't have to throw it.
If I could get 5 or 6 yards.
5 or 6 yards in a cloud of dust. Hey, both teams are moving the ball very well on the ground, so you might as well just keep it going. The defenses have to show. One of these defenses has to show they can step up and stop somebody. Shotgun formation for the Tigers. Again, number 11, Luis Hernandez, takes the snap, rolls to his right, looks, fires, and down. Well, we got a joint possession. What do we got here? It's a catch. They're gonna call that a catch. So, boy, it looked like both players almost had simultaneous dibs on the ball there, but it was caught.
Zane Taylor on the fence on that.
And that's about as good a defense as you can do. I mean, he was just right there, but the offensive player was able to wrestle away enough of the ball to call it a completion for the Tigers. And we've got a timeout. Granite Falls. Timeout, Granite Falls. So with 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining in the first quarter, we got a good one so far. The hometown Turks 7, the visiting Tigers 6.
Hey, you guys coming through Sultan. Don't forget to stop by Windmill Espresso and get your espresso. You can't miss it. It's on the east end of town. It's underneath a big windmill.
Ask Dave Moon. He knows how to get there. He's been there a time or two.
And right across the street is none other than
Vic's Burger Shack. And you've been there a time or two.
Yes, I put on a few pounds there a time or two.
Another satisfied customer, right?
You betcha.
Another satisfied customer.
We neglected to say we had our Windmill Espresso kickoff. But we apologize for that, but we've already had 3 Windmill Espresso kickoffs today.
Jeez, we're slacking here. We're slacking.
So this is opening game for both teams.
It is. In the new Emerald Sound Conference. The new Emerald Sound Conference, Brian. The Cascade Conference is no more.
Yeah, and for those of you that want to get your volleyball fix, the Lady Turks will be taking on tomorrow. We'll be playing volleyball on TurkPride.tv, and just to double your pleasure and double your fun, we're going to have the JV girls on first.
There you go. And I understand girls soccer tomorrow too.
Girls soccer tomorrow? Yeah.
Girls soccer at noon.
Here at noon.
Oh, we got a shout-out request here. Okay, well, we'll get to that in just a second here. Granite Falls finds themselves 1st and 10 on the Turks' 44-yard line. Number 11, Hernandez, rolls back to pass, sets over the middle, incomplete. All right.
Now, at the quarter, we're going to do a little talking about one of our players out there, number 52, Tyler Deason. He's got a great story going on, and the fact that he's out here playing today is exciting.
He does.
Shout out to all the Deason family out there, all their friends and family and friends that are watching today.
And his hands
I
off.
probably stole your thunder.
Counter on number 25, bouncing his way forward. That is Jordan Leesaw. And nice gain by Leesaw. So yes, we have a special shout out. I got a message here from executive producer Diamond Dave Moon, and we want to give a shout out to Nathan Feltner. Nathan is watching us from in Hawaii, stationed in Hawaii with the U.S. Navy. His little brother is freshman Derek Feltner, number 17. So Nathan, first of all, we want to thank you for your service, and we wish you could be here tonight, but we're glad that you're watching us here on TurkPride.tv.
Give a shout out to the Brian's Bunch out there that watches every year. Welcome. Derek, I saw you on the stream earlier. I know you guys are there.
All right. So we are looking at second and about 4 for the Tigers. Hand off up the middle, breaks free, and that's going to be for a first down for Granite Falls. It's going to move the sticks. Nice another run there by number 20, again, Danny Smising. And we've called his number quite a few times tonight, so Brian, number 20.
Yeah, adjustment by the Tigers. They threw the ball a couple times. It loosened up the defense a little bit.
It did. Yeah, they're showing some a little bit more. Their first drive was very much run, but now they're mixing the run and the pass together pretty nicely, and it's being successful.
Keeping the defense, checking a little bit here and there.
And it looks like we're at the end of the first period, it looks like, and that is the whistle with the score. The hometown Turks 7, the visiting Tigers of Granite Falls 6. So we'll be back here in just a moment here on TurkPride.tv.
So everybody on there watching, we're glad to have you here on the stream today. If you could do us a favor here at TurkPride.tv, we bring this to you. We're all volunteers. Dan and I have been doing this for 8-9 years now. I've been co-hosts with each other. We do split off. I do wrestling, and he does baseball, and I do soccer.
Now I heard you had a big contract. You got paid to do this.
Yeah, 0 times 0 is 0.
0 this year, but next year twice as much, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're here watching on YouTube or Facebook, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you're on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We can use all the help we can get at TurkPride.tv.
Yeah, we certainly can, Brian. And in all seriousness, yes, this is a labor of love. We've been doing this for a long time. Your kids went through the program. My kids went through the program. And, we just keep coming back because we love what we do. We love being, a part of the experience that the kids are having here. And in a little way, it helps give back to those. I know I've had family members that have lived in California and Idaho that enjoyed watching my son play when he was in high school. And we hear that all the time. People say, oh, this is so wonderful because I get a chance to see my grandson or my granddaughter and so forth, and I otherwise wouldn't be able to. So. All right, we're on our way to the second quarter, 12 minutes on the clock, switching sides. And, hey, now they're back on the side that's closest to us, Brian. This is good. I like this.
Always good.
I like this. Granite Falls, man in motion, handoff up the middle.
So they're gonna
short gain. Handoff went to Alofa Sayofanga again.
It'll be 3rd and 7 now. Second and 7 coming up.
Yep, 2nd and 7 from about the. Okay. We're being told here, executive producer Dave Moon saying we've got an incorrect roster from Granite Falls. So I do apologize. This was what was provided to us, so I'm not sure where it came from, but we do apologize if we're inadvertently calling the wrong name. And number 11 steps back, throws. Oh, nice crossing pattern, just a little high at the off-stretched fingers of number 7 for the Tigers.
Well, we do apologize if we're saying the wrong names, but we'll just refer to them by their numbers.
We'll just use the numbers. We'll just use the numbers. Tiger fans, who your players are out there. So, all right, it's going to be 3rd down and about 7. Man in motion, number 4, flip to him. He goes around the right-hand side, got a good head of steam, and he's going to surge forward, looks like, Brian, for a first down. Kind of depends on the mark. It's going to be close, but it looks like he's got the first down. From my vantage point, it looked like he did pass the sticks there, and we're going to move to a first down.
So housekeeping not housekeeping thing. The rosters are provided by the visiting school.
Oh, okay.
We just don't go to a random internet school.
Well, I know it was a little different because typically we have a more formalized program. They didn't have programs tonight, so handoff up the middle for the Tigers, and just a surge of humanity goes forward there for a gain of about.
And that was a 4th down play.
It was a 4th down. You are correct. So he was just a bit short, but there was enough for the first. And now it's going to be 1st and goal from the 9.
We are in for a slugfest tonight.
Yeah, this is just, yeah.
They don't call this the Black and Blue Bowl for nothing.
You are correct. And so far tonight, this has been hard-nosed, smash-mouth football so far. Nothing really too fancy. About 90% run and 10% pass. And quarterback in shotgun formation. Handoff. Misdirection all with the left side, still on his feet.
Host of Turks there.
Host of Turks after a short gain by the Tigers. And yes, for those of you that don't know, and I'm sure you probably all do, this is a great rivalry between these two teams. Geographically pretty close to each other. The schools are very similar in size. The communities are very similar. It just makes for a great rivalry, and what a way to start the season out here with the Black and Blue Bowl. Usually we see this at the end of the season, so to start the season out with this game tonight is just a real treat.
Yep, run to the left.
There he is. He got some room to run. On his feet, cuts back. Ooh, probably should have turned that one outside, Brian. I think he had a lot more room outside, but he decided to cut back, and that was good for the Turks.
He had none other than Zane Saylor running down.
He cut back right into some Turk pressure.
He did
there.
a good job of turning it in.
Yeah, there was some nice pursuit there by the Turks to keep him out of the end zone. So looking at 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal from
I think we're looking at 4 down Turks.
5. Yeah, third and goal from the 5.
It's a big play coming up.
Handoff flip to the left side. Oh, nicely stopped there. Stood him up.
Keeler had him for a moment.
Nice job. Number 85 made the initial contact there, stood him up, and he spun to the inside and gave him just enough time for some help to come.
That was Kobe Keeler with the initial contact.
Kobe Keeler, like I said, gave
the Turks there to finish him off.
Gave just enough time for his teammates to come and give him a hand. So even though he didn't make the play, he really did make the play because he turned it inside.
We talked a lot about this, last week at the Jamboree about wrapping up and things like that. So we have a new.
All right, going to shift in formation here. Split backs, shotgun formation, man in motion, number 25. Handoff up the middle, and he's going to be in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. So Granite Falls takes the lead now, 12-7. All right. Okay. So we have a correct roster now. Is that what I'm hearing from? Okay. All right. We'll go with that. We do apologize again for the early going. We were going with the information that we had, which evidently was inaccurate. So we do apologize for that. Shotgun formation for the Tigers. Trips wide receivers to the left, flips the ball quickly to the running back, and he's going to get in very easily for the 2-point conversion. So that's going to put it to 14-7 Granite Falls. So yes, Brian, I heard you talking about our subscriber base, getting our subscriber base increased, right? That's right. Dave Moon gets very excited when the subscriber numbers go up. Yeah, he gets very excited about that. So we do appreciate, and that's all we ask, is if you enjoy this programming and bringing it to you, we're happy to bring this to you, but we really, really could use your support. Hit that subscribe button, and it does help us to continue bringing this programming to you. All right, Brian, so far it's been, the Turks been run, Granite Falls, lots of run, but then mixing in the pass as well too. So it'll be interesting to see what the Turks try to do, if they stick with what's working, or if Granite Falls starts to make some adjustments to really counter that up the middle, pound the ground type of attack the Turks showed in their first drive tonight. So Diamond Dave Moon, how many do we have enjoying the stream so far this evening? He's going to give us an updated count. Drum roll, please. Oh my goodness, he's 235. Well, welcome to all 235 of you. That's right. That's what we just said. Please hit the subscribe button. We really, really would appreciate it. And we appreciate having you, again, spending some time here with us tonight on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. All right, Granite Falls is going to kick off to the hometown Turks. And the whistle blows, and the kick off. Oh, it's kind of it wasn't intended as an onside, but Turks field it cleanly. Number 7. And gets caught up, but nice return there on just a very short kind of a, kick that really wasn't intended to be an onside kick, but it really wasn't much of a kickoff. It was kind of a hard punch type of a kick, and fielded cleanly and brought forward by the Turks. All right. 7 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Turks trailing 14-7 to the Tigers. For those of you wondering, tonight I see currently 39 degrees and said possibility of rain. Not raining currently, maybe just a little sprinkle out there, but actually for late February, it's actually pretty nice weather. We had sleet, rain, snow, and everything else earlier today. So this is actually like summer weather here this evening compared to what we dealt with earlier today. All right, Sergeant under center, number 15 for the Turks. Quick throw. The number 17, run and gun. Away he goes, still on his feet. Going to go down the field. Oh, and almost in for a touchdown, but pushed out of bounds by the Tigers. And that draws a cheer from the hometown fans. There you go. That one's for his brother. There you go. 25-yard gain for Mr. Feltner. So that's going to get them down to the 14-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Turks from the Tigers' 14. Yeah, it does. They're making the most of this good field position. Handoff, left side, Hardwick cuts back, still on his feet, and then stopped by several defensive players for the Tigers. And he's inside the 10-yard line, down to the 9. So we're going to have 2nd and 4 from the 9-yard line. And again, as you might see from our vantage point here into the hometown fan stands. And we'll continue this here in just a second. Turks again, 2nd and 4 from the 9-yard line. Handoff and brought down after a short gain. So again, for those of you looking across, the fans that are in the stands are parents, guardians, and close family members of players, hometown players here for the Turks. Again, due to COVID-19 restrictions, there are no visiting fans allowed in the Emerald Sound Conference this year by agreement of all the member schools. And again, keeping people socially distanced, safe. We want to thank the sports medicine crew and everybody for all their pre-screening and attestations that they took prior to allowing us here into the stadium this evening to keep everybody safe and enjoy this time. Misdirection. There we go. Still on his feet. Oh, but nice play there by the Tigers.
Big third down for the Turks there.
There we go, Brian. Now I can hear you.
There we go. Hey, everybody. I finally figured this thing out.
You're back.
Yeah. Did you miss me?
Welcome to the party, pal. All right. So, yes, we've got fourth down, Brian, right here. 4th down and 8.
Big fourth down coming up for the Turks.
Yep. Ball is on about the 12-yard line.
There we go. Hello, everybody. Having some technical difficulties on my mic here today. It's not user error. It's the equipment, I swear.
That's open for debate now. Okay.
It's going to
Sergeant.
be a pass.
Oh, I think we've got a...
Oh, we're going to have some illegal procedure.
Yeah, we got a little movement here on the Turk side. So that's going to make what was hard even harder. And that's going to move it back 5 yards. So now you're going to look at 4th and about 13.
Well, let's see. Do we have a play on our playbook for 4th and
12?
Yeah.
I don't know. Everybody, you got to have a play for 4th and 12, don't you?
Well, you got to come up with something.
Yeah, that's like.
I would probably go with a roll right or roll left and try to get somebody streaking across the off this goal line. Looks like Feltner's going to line up on the right. I'll bet you he's just going to do a post here. Yeah, he goes into the post.
Back to pass. Oh, he gets pressure. Steps up. Throw.
Anyway.
Oh, incomplete. There was pretty good coverage there. Had a chance, just a little high, and going to turn the ball over on downs to the Tigers.
And a pretty good guess on the play call.
Yes, it was. That was not bad. Not bad. So here we are. 5 minutes, just 2 clicks over 5 minutes remaining on the clock until halftime. Turks finding themselves down by 7, 14-7. And Granite Falls with their third opportunity here. They have scored on their first 2 drives. So we'll see if the Turks can muster a defensive stand here, get the ball back, and possibly put some points on the board before halftime.
5 minutes to go before the halftime. This is an important, they're all important drives, but this is important that they stop them here, that they don't get behind so that they have to start throwing the ball.
Right.
That's a good rally.
Ooh, there we go. Good rally to the ball. Nice job. Just tackled by a whole scrum
of Turks.
A whole. What do we call a group of Turks? What do we call that? Turkey.
No, Dave, you're about to get voted off the island.
There's a story I have to tell. No joke. When Dave said that reminded me of a story.
They're Turks. There's more than one. It would be a Turk if it was one. See how smart I am. It's part of my contract.
It is. And handout on the right-hand side, still on his feet. Cuts out to the sidelines. Going to turn back. Oh, nice tackle, though, by number 9.
Zane Sailor.
Sailor. Nice way to stand him up.
Come sail away. All right, well, that's good for another Granite Falls first down.
Yeah, they've been the Tigers have okay, we got an injured player. Is that Sailor? No, it's a Granite Falls player. I'm sorry. It's hard to see. It's on the opposite side of the field, but the Granite Falls coach is walking over there, and we've got some of the Turks there helping attend to that young man. And we won't speculate, but it looks like he's quickly up on his feet, so that's good to see. Good to see. And a round of applause from everybody that young man seems to be okay. He will take at least a 1-play break, and they'll bring in a substitute for him. But so far, Brian, the Turks have given up pretty big chunks of yardage. I mean, Granite Falls is their per play average is probably pretty high. I don't have that number in front of me, but it's probably pretty high. And so definitely they've got to stiffen up, get a stop, would be great to get a stop here and at least keep them from lengthening their lead or possibly get the ball back and get a chance to score themselves.
Well, there's plenty of time left on the clock. You get a stop here, get the ball back, and then you have a chance to go down and score going into halftime.
Yep.
But they're going to throw here.
Shotgun formation. Snap, throw, crossing pattern. Nice catch by number 7. He's still on his feet. And tackled nicely by Sailor, number 9. So nice play by Sailor. That's second play here in this drive that he's just done a nice open field tackle one-on-one. So good play by that young man.
Well, the corners are playing pretty soft, and those slant patterns are going to be open all day when you're playing that soft. But
they're just trying to not let people get behind them and get you beat deep. Handoff. Oh, and I think it was actually a fumble. Quarterback fell on the ball, and Granite Falls retains possession. And a long history between these two teams. And again, for those of you just joining us, we call this, affectionately call this the Black and Blue Bowl. Obviously for the black of Granite Falls and the blue for the Sultan Turks. And this has been a very heated rivalry over the years. Fade back to pass. Oh, it's way up in the air and underthrown. The receiver was open. If the ball had been there, he had a really good chance to catch it for a catch and run. But ball was well underthrown, incomplete.
We got 3 minutes, 3 seconds left.
Yeah, that's Riley Hoople, the quarterback for Granite Falls out there.
There we go. Now we've got a correct roster. We do apologize to Riley. We were calling him another name for quite some time, so we do apologize to our friends from Granite Falls for that misinformation.
Riley is a junior.
Flip to the right side, number 20. Bounces out. Oh, nice.
Nice undercutting tackle.
Nice pursuit by the Turks there as they closed off the edge and didn't let him get around and get a larger gain.
Didn't get to see who that was on the tackle, but nice job.
So for those of you at home, you might be looking in the stands, you might be saying, why aren't there more people? Well, we are limited to a total of 200 people in the stadium. That means
fourth down coming up.
Players, fans, and everyone. So that's why Mr. Sifman keeps close tabs on that stuff. 4th and 9.
You need to just a little closer.
Oh, it's a quick kick or attempt to be. Oh, nice field caught in midair by the Turks. Nice play. Nice play. All right, so the Turks, that's the stop we were looking for right there, Brian.
That's what you needed.
Got a nice stop there and a good play, and 2 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock, a chance to score here before halftime. That's all you could ask for.
I don't know if that was blocked or...
I don't think it was blocked. I think it just was not executed very well. I think he was running to his right, and the ball just kind of went off the side of his foot, and it just turned into not being much of a kick.
Turks need to speed up the clock a little bit. I mean, speed up the game a little.
Fade back to pass, going deep, and incomplete. Well covered. There was 2 men on him, and then a third safety back there. So that would have been
triple coverage.
That'd have been a tough catch. That would have been a really tough catch.
Threw that into triple coverage. Now our friend, Mr. Sargent, he is a junior, Tyler is. Got a little varsity action last year for the Turks.
And shotgun formation. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Under center, there we go. And it looks like Sailor on a short gain on the right side, stacked up by the Tigers.
Probably gain of about 2.
So again, we hope you enjoyed the game tonight just as much as we enjoy bringing it to you here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. And if you like the programming, hit that subscribe button. We would really appreciate it to help bringing this important programming to you And we've got a timeout, Sultan. So, again, with 1 minute and 39 seconds remaining, the Turks trail the Tigers 14-7. So they'll talk about it here a little bit, see if they can come up with something to get themselves in the end zone.
Well, you still have at least one more timeout.
Mm-hmm.
You really could, you could really run play action here. Well, not play action because they're looking for the pass, but run the ball.
A minute 39, you still got a lot of time. With one timeout, you can still get quite a bit done in that
Give
that
our
amount of
offensive
time.
linemen, a chance to catch their breath and get settled and focus in on the play at hand.
Now we are on the 35, so they do have a little ways to go. They're still not yet in the red zone.
Would this be a time for a halfback pass?
That's possible. It's possible.
Don't forget
Turks
to hit
have shown
record.
the willingness to kind of open up their offense a little bit here in the second quarter. We're very, very conservative in the first quarter, but they've started to throw the ball just a little bit, and I see signs that they are opening up the offense for Mr. Sargent just ever so slightly.
Oh, a screen pass here would just, if it's even in the playbook. No, he's going to he's going to be in the shotgun.
Shotgun formation. And to the
Sailor.
right. Sailor's got it. He's on his feet, and he is in for the score!
Touchdown, Turks!
That's what you needed right there. Woo-hoo! And that took like no time off the clock, so
Because the clock didn't even start.
it did. Hey, we'll take it. Touchdown, one play, one score for the Turks, and just like that, they're within one.
Yeah, get our little freshman kicker out there, Hunter Tradler.
There we go.
Hopefully this one's a
Pressure situation for the youngster. Set, kick up, and that one is good. That one looked a lot better than the first one. So getting some of those butterflies out and tied the score
That
now
one would have
at
been good. That one would have been good a little
14.
further out.
14-14, Turks and the Tigers.
We've got a windmill espresso coming up with 1:30 left to go here in the second period.
Yes, we do. Dave Moon's got the flashing blue lights going on in the palatial studios here.
Now here in a minute, Dan and I will take a break. That's for halftime coming up.
Yes. I'm not sure. I know we have the drum line that is here tonight, but I don't know if they're going to perform at halftime or exactly what. Now, I did get a question, though. I want to follow up with that. I did get a question from a viewer at the scrimmage, which I reached out to Athletic Director Sifferman today because someone had asked, what about playoffs? Playoffs! Is this year the plan is that in the Emerald Town Conference at the end of the season, the number 1 team will play the number 2 team, and the number 3 team will play the number 4 team. So it's just kind of an inter-conference, playoff, basically, is what it's going to be. But number 1 would play number 2, and number 3 would play number 4, and then number 5 would not have an additional game, basically, is how that would work. So,
But we have 4 teams in the conference.
no, we actually have 5, I believe.
Okay, well, Granite Falls would be.
We have 5. Kings, Cedar Park, Granite Falls, South Whidbey, and ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah. So 4 of the 5 would get an extra game. Just the last place team would not. So that will be the quote-unquote playoffs for this year. High kick and fielded by the Tigers. That's number 33, still on his feet and dropped at the 40-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Tigers, minute 23 on the clock before halftime, and they'll get their opportunity. So that's, if you look at it, Brian, maybe that's one thing the Turks scored very quickly. They gave the ball back to the Tigers now with a minute 23 still on the clock. They need to.
And the Tigers have shown the ability to throw the ball.
And so the Turks just really need to make a stand here and go into halftime with a tied score. They do not want to give up a score here just before halftime because they've got some good momentum going on and they want to carry that into the locker room.
And an important thing to note is that the Turks get the kickoff to start the second half.
That's right. Because they deferred.
And I believe Granite Falls has 1 or 2 timeouts left. Riley Hoople under center.
No, now he's not under center. Now he's in the shotgun formation.
Once again, this is going to be one of those play action.
And he rolls to his right. Incomplete. All right, minute and 18. That just took about 5 clicks off the clock. Tigers come up to the line, looking at 2nd and 10 from their own 40-yard line. Handoff up the middle, breaks the tackle into the second layer, still on his feet, and he's going to gain about 9 yards. It's going to be about 3rd and 1 for the Tigers.
Big old timeout coming up probably. Well, they're not going to call timeout. They're still going to run the clock down a little bit and run another play here.
Just past the 1 minute mark remaining in the second period.
What do I do? Did I just...
250 on the stream, Dave. Is that what I'm hearing down there? 250 of you out there in Turkland.
Runs the ball up the middle again.
First down.
First down. Looks like they're probably going to call timeout.
Moves the sticks. 1st and 10. There is timeout.
Coach Davis.
Timeout. Ran it. All right. So again, when we had said in the Emerald Sound Conference, which the Turks are in this year, we have 5 teams, 4 of which are playing this evening. 2 of them here, obviously, the hometown Turks against the Tigers from Granite Falls. The other game tonight will be featuring the Falcons of South Whidbey against the Cedar Park Christian mascot. Mascot escapes me. What's Cedar Park Christian's mascot? What's that?
The football.
The Eagles. That's right.
Yeah.
The Eagles.
Essentially, it's pretty much the Cascade North Sound Conference.
Pretty much. I'm looking at this as like these are
2 teams.
These are a lot of familiar names here. A lot of familiar names, but we call it the Emerald Sound Conference now. And again, the only team not in action tonight is Kings High School. Kings played earlier this week, and they did win against a non-conference opponent. They played Life Christian Academy, came out on top 31-21 in that contest. So they sit at 1-0, and we'll have 2 other teams join them at the end of tonight at 1-0. We hope the Turks will be one of those, tied for first place, hopefully after this week's games.
And we do apologize for any technical difficulties that we have with our equipment as we get the rust off and get it ready to roll for this new season. We have been in mothballs for a year.
Quarterback goes over to the wide receiver on the far left, and they're going to throw it to him. Pitch and catch. Nice catch.
He still made the cut?
Yes, he did. So that was the quarterback that switched. We had another quarterback step under center number 3 and threw the ball down there, and a nice catch by the quarterback number 11. And with now 37 clicks on the clock, they are right back into that red zone and knocking at the door, Brian. Knocking at the door.
You gotta look back sooner or later as the corner.
Here,
You know, he was right there. His defense was good. He was right where he needed to be. The young freshman. You know, he's gonna be special.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Tigers from the 16.
Here comes the slant.
Okay, he's rolling, directing traffic. Short, goes underneath, incomplete.
Second down coming up. 31 seconds left to go.
2nd 10. Rain starting to fall just a little more consistently than it was earlier. It was just a sprinkle, and now it's a kind of a heavy drizzle basically going on out there right now. Temperature currently about 39 degrees. Thought earlier we might get some snow maybe tonight, but I don't think it's going to get quite that cold. I think it's just going to be a very cold, miserable rain as we work into the second half tonight.
Well, we did wake up to some snow this morning there, Dad.
We certainly did. Snow, hail, everything. Had everything going on. 31 seconds remaining on the clock. Shotgun formation. 4 wide receivers. Single setback for the Tigers. Fakes the handoff. Steps up. Throws. Oh.
He had him open, too.
Had him open, and he way overthrew it. He just didn't put enough touch on the ball.
Gio Gonzalez was being targeted by Riley Hoople on that.
25 clicks on the clock.
He really wanted, you could see his feet, he really wanted to take off.
He did. I think that's kind of he kind of got caught between I want to run, I want to throw, and then throw wasn't very accurate. He had just a little too much mustard on that.
The Turks caught a break on that because he was wide open. If I was him, I would run the same play again.
Yeah, there they go.
Well, but this time they're going to probably, nope.
Twins on each side. Single set back to the right of the quarterback. Hoople fakes the handoff. Rolls to his right.
Decent giving chase.
Looking, and out of bounds. So 18 seconds on the clock. Turks are mounting a nice little stand right here, though. They're holding firm.
Big fourth down coming up. Do you kick it from here, or do you go for it?
They're
going to go for it.
I think they're probably going to go for it. That's a pretty good kick for a high school player right now. Because you're talking about from the 20, 37, about 35-yard kick actually. That's a pretty good kick for a high school player at the single A level.
This is a pivotal point of the game coming up for the Turks.
Yeah, huge play right here. They've got to hold him out of the end zone. Got to keep that momentum going into the locker room at halftime.
Probably he's going to see, I'm still going to go with that slant. It's probably going to roll to the left this time to give himself some more time.
Trips right, single wide to the left, and that's what it's an isolation to the left. Going to throw it up and incomplete. Ooh, nice coverage there by number 17.
Mr. Feltner on the coverage.
Feltner, nice coverage by the young man. And if you haven't noticed so far, the Turks are really a pretty young team. So nice job. They turn it over on downs. Nice play by Mr. Feltner there.
Lots of freshmen and sophomores, and I hear
lots of freshmen and sophomores.
I hear rumors that the 8th graders are coming up too.
There are some 8th graders playing up this year, and like I said, just a very different year here.
So you got 12 seconds to go. The Turks have the ball. Do you take a knee and come back, or do you try to see if you can throw one deep?
I have to think you just take a knee here and get into halftime and be thankful that you got a tie score.
I'd be really tempted to throw one deep.
I don't know. Well, maybe deep, but
they're not going to do it. They're just going to take a knee.
Yeah, going to take a knee and play it safe, go into halftime.
And that's going to be halftime for the Turks. Alrighty.
And that is halftime. All right, the teams trot off the field, and we find ourselves tied. We find ourselves in the same place when we started the game in a tie score, but this time 14-14 heading into half.
2 of the 3 the last times we've been together here in Sultan for the Black and Blue Bowl. One year it was overtime. Turks went for 2 in overtime and got the win for going in the second overtime, went for 2. The next year, the Turks went for 2. The next time back, Turks went for 2 in overtime, second overtime, didn't quite make it.
Yeah.
So it was almost deja vu all over again.
That is correct. So, all right. Well, we are going to take a little break here as we have our halftime, and we'll be back with you with the second half action in just a couple minutes.
As always, hashtag Turks First.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back and getting ready for the second half kickoff. Granite Falls is out on the field warming up, as well as the hometown Turks. Since we've left you, the rain has started to descend a little more vociferously out there on the field.
What did you say?
Vociferously.
Persiferously?
Vociferously.
I don't understand that at all.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's right. Yeah. It just means hard. That's harder. It's just a fancy word for it's raining harder.
We'll give that one to you. We'll give that one to you, Dan.
Okay. So for those of you just joining us, 14-14, all tied up here at half. Both teams started out well on their first drives. Both scored, definitely showing a reliance on the run. Sultan pounding it up the middle, and Granite Falls preferring to go around the outside. Granite Falls has since, both teams really have since kind of diversified, mixed some pass in. Granite Falls, I think, probably has had the better offensive passing game thus far as their stats, but the Turks have shown a willingness to kind of open things up here as we got further in towards halftime.
Well, they did the running back screen to Zane Saylor. Now, of course, he was lined up as a wide receiver when they did it.
Right.
And it was basically our best player, one of our best players, going to take on one of your best players, and he ran everybody to the end zone.
Right.
And and if you recall, I called that play a few plays earlier.
Yes.
This is what they need to run here. And
you called the play just at the wrong time, right?
Yeah, I just called it a couple plays earlier.
You called the right play.
I think they need to run a screen here.
Right. You had ESP, right?
Yeah,
you just knew at some point
it was just more of a it was not so much a screen as it was a mano-a-mano wide receiver screen to the right. Just toss him the ball and let him go.
Yep. So anyway, the Turks did defer. They're going to get the ball to start the second half, and both teams will be heading out onto the field here in just a moment as the clock reads 12 minutes on the clock, and we'll get ready for the second half kickoff here in just a moment. We appreciate you spending time here, whether it be the fans of the hometown Turks or the visiting Tigers. We do appreciate you spending some time here this evening with us on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. Also, making you aware tonight in the Emerald Sound Conference, we do have one other game in the slate of games going on, is the Falcons from South Whidbey versus the Cedar Park Christian Eagles. So the Falcons and the Eagles are playing each other and then the Turks and the Tigers. So the only team not in action tonight is Kings High School. Kings had a non-conference matchup earlier this week where they played against Life Christian Academy and came out on the good side of a 31-21 score. So they sit at 1-0 on top of the Emerald Sound Conference, but one of these two teams will join them tonight in a tie for first place. As far as had a question when we had the scrimmage last week, as far as the playoffs this year will be abbreviated because of the shortened seasons in light of COVID-19 restrictions. So it will be the first and second place teams will be playing each other in an additional game, and the third and fourth place teams, the fifth place team, will not receive an additional game this year. So that is the format for what we are calling the fall season. The fall season that finds us in almost March, end of February here, be March next week. And the Turks are making their way over to the sidelines, and we're going to be underway here in just a moment. And executive producer Diamond Dave Moon, how we doing? How's our subscriber base looking here? How many viewers do we have on the stream tonight, Dave? Dave's going to check that for us here. We'll have a report as everybody heads back from halftime. They've had their bathroom break, gotten something to eat or drink, and hopefully you're settling back in. 203, so we're still north of 200. That's awesome. We'd love to see. Call your neighbors, call your friends, tell them to join in. We'd love to see our numbers hit 300 tonight because you got a good one here. Don't miss this. Don't go anywhere. Stay right here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. And tomorrow we've got two games. Is that right on the stream, Dave? We've got volleyball and girls soccer tomorrow. Varsity and JV volleyball. So you've got three streams tomorrow. Unbelievable. Varsity and JV volleyball. And then at noon we are going to have girls soccer. So And 12 minutes on the clock. And we are underway here in the second half. Nice kickoff. Going to take a bounce. Fielded on one hop by the Turks. And, oh, dropped nicely. Nice open field tackle by number 4 of the Tigers. And the Turks will find themselves 1st and 10 at the 18-yard, no, 20-yard line. 20-yard line. They're going to start at their own 1st and 10 from their own 20.
Yeah, no, I know. It's just I want it to be covered just in case it does rain.
All right, Turks are under center. Number 15, Trey Sargent, hands off, up the middle, and I think that's Hardwick. Hard to tell here. Let's let them peel off. There we go. Actually, the Zane Taylor that was on the carry. Going to bring up 2nd and 5. I'm going to say it's closer to 2nd and 6 for the Turks.
Sorry about that, folks. I'm back.
You're back.
Yeah.
Good. All right, Ryan.
Did you even know I was gone?
Oh, yeah. Of course we did. All right. Shotgun formation. Throw over to the left side to Saylor, but tackled immediately for no gain. Nice coverage there by the Tigers. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 6 for the Turks.
Well,
So interesting to see what sort of adjustments these teams made at halftime.
This bag's fucking no good.
So far, the Tigers are having a pretty good defensive stand here. Turks need to see if they can keep this moving along and moving chains. Hand off up the middle. That's Saylor. Oh, he's going to be very close.
I think he's going to make it.
Just very, very close.
If
Depends on
not,
the spot.
You know, if not, I'm going for it.
He got turned just slightly.
He's waiting to.
They're waving. Yep, first down. Okay, so the official waves them forward, and it is going to be a first down for the Turks. So again, we do like to welcome all of you that are here joining us tonight, whether you be fans of the hometown Turks or the visiting Tigers. You all are welcome here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics.
That's a good first down by the Turks there. I'm handing the ball up to Saylor again. Nope, they're going to go hard yard.
Hardwick, and he turns around. He got kind of stopped and lost his momentum and then turned back in and was dropped there fairly quickly by the Tigers. Loss of about 2 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 12. 2nd and a long 12 for the Turks.
Well, you know, at this point, I would probably be looking, you know, defensively, I'd be looking at them to pass the ball. I would probably be looking at, if I was calling the plays, I'd be going, hey, Mr. Saylor, here, we're going to pitch you to the ball. It's going to be student body right or student body left.
I think that, Granite Falls looks like they've made some adjustments to the running game, the Turks running game, and I think they are going to have to open it up a little bit. They are starting to key on those running backs.
Oh, boy.
Over the right side. Incomplete. Falls incomplete. That was Keeler, I believe, that was the intended receiver.
Well, you're going to have to punt this.
Yeah, you're too
Well,
deep.
if it's only 3rd down, though, I think. You still got 3rd down.
Oh,
coming,
3rd,
but
yeah.
This is why I didn't want to. This is why I didn't want to throw it yet. I didn't want to be behind the sticks. I wanted to be, have a 4th and 5 or, or something other than.
Right. So 3rd and 12 here, and you're right, Brian. I think that this is, you got to get the first down here. I don't think you will go on your own. If you end up being on your own side of the 50-yard line and turn the ball over. In a close game, 14-14 tied up right now between the Turks and the Tigers.
Even in Madden, I'd probably punt there. That's not going to work.
That didn't work. So I think it's time to bring out the punting unit here.
That's not going to do it. That's not going to do it for you at all. So, you know, getting used to commentating in these masks is pretty hard there, Dan.
Just think how it feels for the athletes out there that have to wear them while they're playing and breathing hard and running up and down the field. Again, we
all
are.
Right. Who we got back there punting for the Turks right now? Must be that young freshman again, number 10.
Nice snap, kick. Oh, that's a knuckleball. Didn't go very far.
It takes a Turk bounce.
It does take a Turk bounce and fielded by the Tigers by number 9, and he's dropped after a short return. So the Tigers are going to start out with good field position. They're going to be on the Turks' 39-yard line.
If you're going to give it to them on the 40, you might as well have gone for it and seen if you could make it, you know?
Well, I don't think that was the plan to give it back to him on the 40. I think the plan was for the punt to go a little further down the field and get him on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Well, and
all right, 1st and 10 for the Tigers. 8 minutes and 22 seconds on the clock, all knotted up at 14 going into the shotgun formation. We've seen this a lot where he starts out under center and then drops
he's throwing
back.
the ball here.
Oh,
there he
hand
goes
off
again.
up the middle.
That must be our young Gio.
Oh. Tackled by a host of Turks, but driven forward. Nice run there by the young man for the Tigers. And it's going to bring up 2nd and short for Granite Falls.
Now, Dan, you played your high school ball at Eatonville.
No, I did not. Eatonville was our big rival. I was an Orting Cardinal, actually. Orting High School.
I knew that.
The Cardinals. Yes. Not to be confused with the Stanford Cardinal, the singular, which is like a tree. I don't know what their mascot is. Ours was.
Oh, good job by the Turks there, repping that up. Hard yards in there to make that happen among a host of other Turks.
Yes.
I see you.
But yes, the Orting Cardinals and the Eatonville Cruisers was our big rivalry against Eatonville, the Cruisers of Eatonville.
Cruising on a Sunday afternoon.
And a cruiser, Brian, that's your trivia question. What is a cruiser? What is a cruiser?
It's somebody that was used to just drive up and down all night long on Lake City Way, right?
No, actually, the Eatonville Cruisers, I don't want to give them any props, but
nice job by the Turks.
Was a lumberjack. But that's another name for a lumberjack, is a cruiser. They were.
Wow, we are tied 14-14, and you are coming up with trivia like that. That is deep, Dad.
Deep. 6 minutes and 41 seconds.
That's your good material you save for when we're doing a
No,
blowout.
you brought up the walk back down memory lane there. I typically don't go there, so.
But yeah, you were the Cardinals, not to be construed with a tree.
The bird, yes, the red bird.
All right, big 4th down coming up.
Oh, Dave Moon's playing with the lights here.
Can't read my program when
having
he's playing with the lights.
DT's going on here. Oh, that's very bright. And he's going to throw it to the corner. Number 23 in the back.
Broke it up.
Oh.
The young freshman, Mr. Felton. No, it was all ball.
Yeah, broken up nicely there. Boy, hung right with him.
The homer in me comes out on that play, I'll tell you that much. Now, we are sitting on the visitor side.
We are. You know, you're going to have to behave yourself this year because we're on the visitor side.
And I can see sitting there on the bench the coveted black and blue bowl trophy.
Yes, I can see it there too.
That last year we went to Granite Falls and they got to keep it.
They did. It's sitting on their sidelines. It's right directly in front of where I'm sitting right now. I see the gold trophy sitting there. And the winner of this game will be the lucky recipient of that. And we're hoping that it gets passed from this side of the field over to the other side of the field. But that obviously we've got a lot of football left in a tie game here. 6 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter.
All right.
Turks back
Sergeant under center.
Handoff on the left side.
Hard yards.
Breaks the tackle. Still
He's going to do more. Peyton, hard yards.
Nice
good for 20.
Over the midfield stripe, out of bounds at about the 48-yard line of the Tigers.
Coaches brought those guys together over there, and they pumped them up, and they said, let's go. Let's win this thing now.
Let's win that trophy back, right?
Yep, and needed to be fired up a little bit. So I would ride that train until they could stop it.
You know, Sailor and Hardwick have definitely been the horses tonight for the Turks. They've shown a willingness and a success in running the ball and pounding it inside. And, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Turks have had good success thus far. Oh, broken. Oh, nice recovery there by Sailor. Was broken up in the backfield by one of the Tigers, and the ball fell on the ground, but Sailor had the wherewithal to grab that and get back in possession for the Turks.
Well, that's not execute. It's always good to have two backs to give the ball to.
Yeah, you know, when you've got that alternating backfield.
When one's getting a little tired, you just start running with the other one. Vice versa. They start keying on one, you start giving it to the other.
Hand off up the middle.
There he goes again.
Feet. Yeah, just plowing the line. I remember one of the greatest, you know, talk about a team that had two great running backs. I remember back in the day, back in the 1980s, SMU had Eric Dickerson and Mr. James.
I didn't get to see who ran that ball. Was that hard yards again?
Yes, it was, I believe.
His name's Caden Hardwick, just so everybody knows.
That's right.
But he's been one of my favorite high school athletes since the day he came into Sultan High School.
All right, Sargent under center for the Turks. Two backs. Hand off to Hardwick. Breaks the tackle.
Hard yards.
And
get in hard yards.
He's gonna be sore tonight. He's gonna sleep good tonight. He's been pounded on pretty hard. He's been administering shots and taking shots all night long.
Timeout's going to be called by Granite Falls.
Timeout, Granite.
4:19 left to go in the third quarter. Turks are driving. They're on the hard yards train.
14-14. Don't you go anywhere here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. So we do appreciate you again spending time here with us tonight. The rain is descending fairly steady out there, but you know, again, we've got to remember this is the end of February. This is not like October when we usually are playing high school football. This is the end of February, and I didn't in my lifetime ever imagine that I would be broadcasting football, high school football, 3 weeks after the Super Bowl was already over. But you know, that is the world that we are in today, and we're making our best of it. As you might see, we have a very limited number of fans that are in attendance tonight.
We got a comment. We got a comment in here. We don't try to be biased. Well, I unapologetically am hashtag Turks first.
Yes, I have to apologize in advance for my co-host. So, but you know, we love you. We love you. We understand.
I get it. I try to be, but it just doesn't happen for me.
Then we wait till basketball season. We get to watch Brian's love for the officials, right?
Oh yes.
Yes, you're on their Christmas card list, Brian.
I'm sure I am. Hashtag Turks first.
All right. 1st and 10 from the 34 for the Turks, finding themselves a 14-14 tie. 4 minutes and 19 seconds remaining in the third period. Handoff left side on his feet, and a gain of about 4. It looks like. Going to bring up, I'm guessing about
Sailor on the drive.
Yeah, about 2nd and 6. Yep, looks like about 7. 7. 2nd and 7 for the Turks.
Come sail away, come sail away. No. Yeah, go figure. I was accused of being biased.
No, no, I could never have thought anybody could ever say that about you, Brian. Ever.
No.
Ever. Gain of a couple. It's going to bring up 3rd and about probably 5.
Don't get cute. Oh.
Uh-oh. We're back. The stream
okay.
froze. We're back. You mean people didn't have to endure us for about 30 seconds or 10 seconds or so? Wow. They're saying,
or did it just stutter?
Oh. Did we crash the internet, Dave? Is that what happened? We had so many viewers. Our bandwidth just couldn't take it. Sailor on his feet!
Oh.
And he breaks tackles and gets tackled just by his shoestrings there. He would have been in for 6, but enough to move the sticks for a Turks first down.
Who was that on that
That
play?
was Sailor.
Zane Sailor, come sail away. I'm making new friends on the chat room today.
All right. So, yeah, I understand we're having a little bit of intermittent technical difficulty, so we do apologize for that, but I believe we are back now. Still kind of working some of the kinks out. Again, this is our first full game. We did have the privilege of bringing you a scrimmage last week against Meridian, but first game of the season tonight. Turks and the Tigers throw and attended for Sailor, incomplete. Low and incomplete. Rain starting to come down fairly steady now, Brian. As I'm looking up in the lights, we're having some pretty steady rain coming down.
Wet ball. Wet ball.
Close
game.
Close
It's going to be
game,
hard to pass.
It is.
2:38 left to go in the third quarter. We are, what do they call it, a barn burner?
Barn burner. Like I said, it was tied 14-14 at halftime. Nobody yet to score, and we're getting close here to the end of the third period. I have a feeling this one's going to go right down to the end. It's going to go right down to whoever gets the last offensive possession, or whoever might make a mistake. A mistake could play big.
I wonder where the ball's going to go.
Handoff, left side Hardwick breaking over the left tackle and diving forward for a gain of
4 down territory coming up here.
Gain of about 4 yards. So it's going to be about 3rd and 6, it looks like.
Oh boy, that's a hard.
3rd and 5.
Well, you got to get the right. You got to get the right play call. I would almost line up all of your players on one side and do a quarterback keeper around the right. But we'll see what happens here. Looks to me like they're going to throw the ball here. Sailor around the end.
Yep, Sailor.
He's gonna. It's going to be close.
Yeah,
I don't think he's going to make it.
He's going to fall forward, but looks like he might be just a little shy. It's hard to see from our vantage point. It's clear across the field from right. Yeah, and he is short, Brian, by about a yard and a half. It's going to bring up 4th and a long one for the Turks. So
you gotta go.
Wow,
you gotta go.
Big play right here. This just goes without saying. It's a big play right here.
They don't get much bigger than that.
It's a big play.
Not the Black and Blue Bowl, tied up in the third quarter.
Yeah, this is a big play right here. So 4th and a long one for the Turks.
12-yard
line. 11-yard line here. Hand off the middle. He got it.
Oh, hard yard. Oh,
that's Sailor.
Come sail away with me.
Sailor more than enough for the first. That's going to move the sticks, and it's going to be 1st and goal for the Turks from the 6. 1st and goal from the 6. I see Dave Moon's getting ready with the blue flashy lights there. He's got the remote control. We got some of these new great LED lights in here, and whenever the Turks score, we flash the blue LED lights. Hand off. That's Sailor. He's
touchdown! Oh, it's a fumble into the back of the end zone. That could not. He's going to call it a touchdown.
Well, is that the? Do I see an officials? I don't see an officials.
If it's a fumble into the end zone, it goes through. If he fumbles it,
Correct.
It comes out to the 20.
Yes.
For the Granite Falls Tigers.
Correct. It's a turnover and out to the 20 for the other team. Oh my goodness, that is what happened, Brian. It's a turnover because he fumbled out to the back of the end zone, which means you turn over the ball and you lose that opportunity. Oh, goodness.
It then becomes a touchback and it comes out.
Goodness gracious. Oh, that's the red. That's not good. No, that's probably the worst thing that could have happened right there.
Well, we go from pure excitement to disappointment for the Turk fans and the Granite Falls fans. Of course, you guys are at home celebrating like, wow.
All right, so we have 57 seconds, so getting close to the end of the third quarter here. All knotted up at 14-14, and a big play there just kind of turned a little bit of the tide possibly. Nice stack up by the Turks there. No gain at the line of scrimmage.
Actually, M. Stewart, I am looking Granite Falls cheerleaders are here today.
Yes, they are. They allowed the cheerleaders to travel along with the football players, but no fans. Just they did allow the cheerleaders to come.
Cameron Weaver is asking, why is the score still 14? The Turks did not score. They fumbled the ball out of the end zone, so it becomes a touchback for Granite Falls out to the 20.
Yeah, that was a big turnover right there. Huge turnover, because essentially Saylor was in. I mean, he had broken through and would have scored, and lost the ball, and it fumbled out the back of the end zone.
He was almost in. If he
almost.
had been in, if the football had broken the plane,
correct,
it would have been a touchdown.
Yes, good. Yes,
but
you are
it
correct.
Happened before he got in, and
it fumbled out the back of the end zone. So turnover. What was going to be 6 turns into a turnover to the Tigers. So that's the end of 3. We find ourselves where we found ourselves at the end of 2, all tied up at 14-14. So we want to thank you, Diamond Dave Boone. How are we doing on our stream and our number of viewers that we have here on the broadcast tonight? Let's see what we got. He's got to do mental math. You got to add 2 numbers together. 41, 240. What? 241 of you out there. Well, welcome. Whether you be joining us from Sultan, whether you be joining us from Granite Falls, or parts in between, we appreciate you spending some time here on a nasty, cold Friday evening, watching some great high school football here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan athletics. All right, Brian. So we got 3 in the books, 1 to go.
Sounds like we need to have some camera work issues worked out. Like how to follow the ball.
Well, we do have some, like I said, unfortunately.
Big third down. It's going to be offsides on the Turks.
Hey, we're good, T. Come on now, pick it up.
Did you tell him that the wind's blowing hard?
So we do apologize. We seem to be having some technical difficulties with our video, but we'll try to paint a picture with words here. Granite Falls Tigers under center. Quarterback steps back into a shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Single step back, and it's a high snap, mishandled, but gotten again. And now he's just going to throw it away out of bounds. So a heady play by the quarterback there for the Tigers, as the snap was way high and was able to recover, but get a loss of. All right, and now 14-14 still. 4th down. 4th down and 5. So it looks like we're going to get our first punt from the Tigers.
Well, it was a good job by the quarterback to get rid of the ball there and get it past the line of scrimmage and out of bounds.
All right, and it's a punt. Oh, and it's not a very good punt.
Takes a Turk bounce and goes out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
The punting game has suffered from both sides. The punting game has not been good for either side.
Well, that was probably the first punt that went forward today.
Yes. Now, Dave Moon, I've noticed one new thing here from our palatial studios is we get rain on the windows here.
We need to work on that.
We'll figure out some way to put a little rain shade here,
Awning
a little awning to, yeah.
We are breaking in our new digs.
We are.
Our new old equipment.
We're working the kinks out here, but we are happy to be here.
Absolutely.
I mean, we are high and dry inside of our new palatial studio here at Sultan High School on the visitor side. They have us on the visitor side. They kicked us out of the home side. They kicked us over to the visitor side.
Hard yards up the middle.
There you go. So the Turks have a great opportunity here with excellent field position to see if they can take the lead here in this game. All right, 2nd and 5 for the Turks as they make their way up to the line of scrimmage. Sargent underneath center, number 15. Hands off to Saylor, I believe it was. And that one didn't go anywhere. Stopped immediately. Actually, a loss of maybe about a half a yard on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and a long 5 for the Turks.
I'll tell you that quarterback, he gets quite a workout jogging to the sideline and coming back every 20 seconds.
Yeah, you do.
So big 3rd down coming up for the Turks.
Oh, they're young and in shape. They can run all day, Ryan.
I'm hurting bad.
Well, I think you run it over the left tackle here, Mr. Tyler Deese, see what happens on this play. Sailor's going to line up.
Sailor
Hard yards in the backfield.
Slot. They're going to pass, and it's going to go to, number 17, and incomplete.
Big 4th down coming up.
10 minutes and 26 seconds remaining here in the 4th quarter. Still knotted up at 14-14. Waiting for one of these teams to break the ice. They've just been tussling back and forth and back and forth. Two very evenly matched teams here tonight.
You know what? I'd almost, think mano a mano. Just let Sailor give the ball up the middle on this one and see what happens.
And it's a little screen.
There he goes. He's
still on his feet. Nice second effort there, and I think he got the 1st down.
Yes, he did.
Yep.
By about a yard.
Yep, he did. Nice second effort there by Mr. Sailor.
Glen Falls had it sniffed out, but he was able to, second effort, make it happen. Huge 4th down play by the
First
by
down.
the Turks.
First down for the Turks. They're now at the 20. Excuse me, 15. They're at the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 15, so they're knocking on the door here.
Knocking on the Turks.
Cleaning and all that.
All right. We're in hard yard country.
Hand off up the middle. There's Hardwick. And
Good
dropped
for 5.
after a nice little gain there of about 4+ yards. It's going to bring up 2nd. Actually, not quite as much. 2nd and about 8. It was a game of about 2. Actually, looked more than that, but a game of about 2.
2.5, 3. 2nd and 7.
Yeah, it's 2nd and 7. I'll call it 2nd and 7 on that one. You're right. I'll give you 3 on that one.
Well, I looked at the scoreboard. I cheated.
You cheated. I know. We don't have the luxury of having a spotter up here, but we do our own spotting.
Well, if we could get our cameraman to actually spot the game, we would be doing all right.
I know you missed your video monitor there. Sailor cutting back in the middle.
He's
still on his feet.
About the 4-yard line. Going to be on. About the 3-yard line coming up.
He's working hard to make up for that.
Come sail away.
He's working hard to make up for that one that got away down at the other end here, Brian. He's the man on a mission trying to push that thing in there this time.
You just keep riding that hard yard. Come sailing away with us.
Yep, those two men have just been.
You know what? You got to give Mr. Sargent a lot of credit. The junior has done himself quite well running the offense today.
Yeah, he really has. They've been very disciplined.
Sailor up the middle.
Yeah, that would be nice.
The ball pops loose.
Battlefield 5, Cold War.
What do we got? I don't see a signal by the officials. The Turks are saying a lot, but I don't see the officials saying anything. Well, the officials are talking about it here. There was a fumble of some sort. I think it's.
They did
another turnover. Unbelievable. 2 times the Turks have just been on the 1-yard line and have fumbled, lost possession, or fumbled out of the back of the end zone 2 times in a row. That's just heartbreaking. Just heartbreaking to be so close and just to come up empty 2 times in a row, Brian. How? You just
you know what? If you're a Granite Falls fan, you go buy a lottery ticket.
Boy, I tell you, they just Granite, to their credit, boy, just hit hard and right at the right time, and the ball has popped loose.
You know what?
Wet night.
Now it's fortitude time. It's Granite Falls needs to try to seize this opportunity that they have there, and I think they're going to throw here.
Yeah, the Turks need to There you go. Some pressure. Nice pressure.
Got the sack.
Nice pressure.
Well, and who else has that? But hard yards. He's not giving up the easy yards.
Boy, the defenses on both sides, Brian, have really picked up the pace here in the second half, and these offenses are really.
Okay, so now is when you can't let anybody get past you. So you can see that the tensions are rising on both sidelines.
Yeah,
it's getting intense.
It is.
The Turks should have at least a 1 touchdown lead right now, but they don't.
8 minutes to go.
So now they're going to try to throw the ball again. I bet you.
Nope, hand it off up the middle. So now you find yourself in a must-pass situation with 3rd and long, 3rd and about 13
and
for the Tigers.
They're not in a spot yet with the score tied. They're not in a spot yet where if it was a 2-score lead, of course you're going to pass here with 7.5 minutes to go. But if you don't go for it on 4th down here, but maybe you do.
I don't know.
The punting game has not been the punting in the rain has not, or the punting altogether has not been very good tonight.
Punting altogether has not been good, but like I said, Granite Falls doesn't want to give the Turks another short field because they've gotten away twice without getting stung. Asking for a 3rd time would definitely be a tall order.
So now this is
drop back to pass, pump fakes, rolls to his left. Looking, throwing, incomplete.
Nice, but it was broken up by the young corner, Mr. Feltner. On the defense.
Boy, his brother must be proud watching that young man play tonight. He's done well for himself tonight. Had a good, solid game.
You know what else, Mr.
What's that?
He's a wrestler.
He's a wrestler.
He's a wrestler.
All right, so here we are, 4th down. They're going to punt, Brian. So this has been interesting. The punting game has been interesting to say the least tonight for both teams.
Feltner back, going to be back deep. This can be, you just don't even catch it. Don't even touch it.
Oh, it's another
Banjo,
punt.
Stay away from it. Do not touch it.
Just another really short punt.
I know it's something shiny and you want to run towards it, but a punt like that and a night like tonight, you just stay as far away from it as you can.
Yep. So the Turks are going to get the ball in excellent field position again.
So the Turks have spent almost a quarter and a half within the 30-yard line in.
Yeah.
And have come out with 0 points. So
0.
Give credit to the Granite Falls players for sticking with it. Okay. And, dry your hands, dry the ball,
yeah, they have stiffened when they needed to be.
They have been poking
tough.
They have been poking at the ball.
Yeah, they have, and
that's what you need to be. That's what you need to do. So they have been well coached to do that.
Bend but not break. They have given yardage, but they have not given up the touchdown here this half, and they very well could be behind 2 scores right now, very easily. Turks could be two scores ahead. Sargent hands off.
Hard yards
to Hardwick. And
good for 5.
Yep, nice.
Maybe 4.
They just keep getting 4 or 5 yards a crack. Just keep doing it. Keep doing it.
Well, the idea is, don't get cute. Don't get cute. That defense is tired right now.
Mm-hmm. They've been out there a lot this half.
You keep going off number 52, Tyler Deason. You follow him into the end zone. Because that boy is strong.
Yep.
Not only of physical body, but he is strong of mind.
Yep.
To go through what that young man has gone through to be to this point, and
yeah, it's amazing.
And the decisions that he's had to make for his life have been.
Yeah, a lot of courage shown by that young man. So we could all learn a lot.
And now, look at that. They switched him over to, he's now at right tackle.
There you go.
Sailor.
Hold
the ball.
Yeah, hit hard, knocked back, but still keeps driving forward.
All right, well, I'm hoping that we don't get frozen out with our camera guys up there. It's cold and it's wet.
It is cold and wet. It's let's look at the old temperature gauge here. It is the rain now. Fortunately, though, has subsided a little bit, but it is chilly, Let's get an updated temperature here for
Five.
you. We got 37.
5 minutes to go. Turks are driving again.
There's Hardwick.
Hard yards. It's about
Yeah.
another 3 or 4.
Just keep pounding it forward. So the Turks just keep knocking at the door, and one of these times they're going to break it down.
Well, you need to, and they've been pretty much, somebody's down.
Oh, it's the official. Oh. Right next to the official there, number 51 for the Turks.
Chaz Bush is down for the Turks. He
Bush,
is a 6'2", 250-pound junior.
All right. So, while they attend to him on the field, we will, again, thank you for being here tonight on TurkPride.tv. We hope you enjoy the game as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you here in a great one, Black and Blue Bowl 2021 edition, 14-14, Granite Falls and Sultan. 4 minutes and 48 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. The Turks knocking on the door again. Now they've had 2 opportunities. Their last 2 possessions, they were actually at the 1-yard line and have turned the ball over and have come away empty-handed in their last 2 possessions. So Turks have had the opportunities. They've had the opportunities and just have not been able to push the ball across the goal line.
Going to go out for a play. Going to do the... How often do you get to see a lineman skip into the game? Somebody's excited.
Not very often. Yeah, exactly.
Coming into the game is Shane Van Pelt. Right. He is a 5'11", 245-pound junior coming into the game for the Turks. Now, of course, this is 4-down territory.
4th and 4 for the Turks. Hand off to Saylor. Hit initially, but stays on his feet, surging forward. He's going to get a short gain, but not enough for a first down. It's going to be 4th.
It'll be 4th and about 3 coming up.
Yeah, maybe even less, I think, Brian. I think we're about 4th and 2. About 4th and 2.
Right.
2 and a half.
I still like that naked boot.
All right. We've been saying all night, another big play. They're all big, but some are bigger than others.
Well, you just can't keep giving.
Brian, it's huge. It's huge.
You just
this one's huge.
4th down, right? 4th and 5.
4th and about 2.5, 3. Hand off.
Hard
That's
yards.
Hardwick. He's got it for first down, I think.
Oh, it depends on the spot. He says first down, so. It's going to be.
Yep.
That's good for a Turk. First down.
Yep, they're moving them across. So we're going to be down to the 12-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 from no. They're going to reset that. We're actually inside the 10 now. The 9.
Now,
1st and goal from the 9.
You should be in no hurry to score. You want to leave them hardly any time on the clock.
Yeah, 3 minutes and 18 seconds is an eternity.
It's okay. You still need to score.
Yeah.
And we haven't done that yet. And now we're going to have a delay of game. Or 2. What do we got going? I don't understand what that was.
I don't understand either, but let's see.
But it was probably illegal procedure or a false start.
Against the Turks, moved them back 5, so now they're back to the 14-yard line of the Tigers.
First and goal on the
14.
Yep. Yeah. Don't get cute. It's first down. Don't get cute. It's first down. So let's see if you can ride decent into the end zone.
Zoom don't work on here.
Oh, it's open too to the left.
Get back to you, coming quick. Zoom don't work. I know.
Hand out to Saylor. Hit initially in the backfield, but stays on his feet.
Good
Spins.
for 4 yards.
Spins and makes a short gain. So it's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 12.
Certainly don't want to let this go into overtime like we have. My God.
History. Visions of Black and Blue Bowl past, right? All right, it is 2nd and goal from the 12.
Well, and I want to thank all of our viewers out there for this has been the most viewed broadcast for football in the history of Sultan High School Turk Pride.
Really?
Absolutely.
Honestly, don't care.
Nope.
Yeah.
Ran that little screen.
All right.
He almost put his knee on the ground when he caught it.
Here we go.
Not a whole lot there, but
Boy, I tell you, the Turks just keep knocking, and they're getting there, but they got a ways to go this time. They're not in quite as advantageous position as they were. They're on the 10, 3rd and goal from the 10.
The young kicker, it's almost, the young kicker, he showed he could do it. You put that young freshman in that spot in the rain.
Now, fortunately for the Turks, the rain has pretty much stopped right now. We're actually getting a little brief break. It is pretty chilly out there, but the rain has stopped, so that's definitely a help. 3rd and goal from the 10 for the Turks. Handoff on the left side, that's Hardwick. Hardwick bounces off a couple of players and makes a short gain, but now we're 4th down right here. So looks like it'll be about 4th and goal from the 8, and we're going to have a timeout for Sultan. So, again...
Well, if you were going to kick the field goal, you don't call the timeout there.
No.
So
no, we're gonna go for this.
We're gonna go for it.
We're gonna go for this, and so don't you go anywhere here. We appreciate you spending time with us here tonight on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan athletics.
Well, again, we're gonna have another great ending at the Black and Blue Bowl.
We are. And I'm glad that. What a way to start the season, huh, Brian?
I tell you.
Jeez. This is usually a game that it is at the end of the
technical difficulties and everything.
At the end of the season, but we're lucky to have this game at the beginning of the season. I just got a text message here from my son Matt. I want to give him a shout out, listening to us here on TurkPride.tv via YouTube down in Tacoma. And you know what? It's Matt's birthday tomorrow. My son is 24 years old tomorrow, so happy birthday, son.
Not my catcher when I used to coach baseball.
That's correct. 24 years old. Gosh, that means I'm getting older.
Right,
that can't be.
Let's concentrate in.
All right, here we go.
Look, they sent out the kicker.
They are going to kick.
They're going to give the young freshman a chance to give him a 3-point lead with a minute to go.
No pressure on the young man, huh? No pressure. Oh, it bobbled. Oh, it's blocked. It's blocked. It was bobbled, and Granite Falls is running after it. He's still on his feet and tackled out of bounds, but back at the 40-yard line. So it was the snap. It had a hard time handling it. He didn't get it down cleanly. It was kicked low and blocked by the defense, and Granite Falls picked it up and returned it to their own 40-yard line.
Which is why you don't take the timeout, right? If you're going to kick it for the win, and now they have a minute, they have a couple timeouts and a minute to go.
Yeah.
And they've shown the propensity to throw the ball.
I mean, Brian, could we have asked for a better game? I mean, granted, yes, we'd love to see the Turks up by 2 scores right now, but this is about as good as it gets. I mean, these are 2 very evenly matched teams tonight that are just battling back and forth and back and forth. It's like 2 bull elephants out there just kind of tussling back and forth with each other.
It comes down to getting pressure on the quarterback and causing a bad throw.
51 seconds. 51 seconds remaining.
Do not get beat deep. And Mr. Deason,
now's
your time.
Pressure, rolling to his left, and dumps it out of bounds. 45 seconds remaining on the clock.
And the good thing here, Dan, is that the Turks defense has been locked solid the second half.
Yeah, they really have.
And so, it's going to take a big play. It's going to take a mistake by the defense. It's going to take a big play by Granite Falls to get into scoring position here with 45 seconds to go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to jinx it and say anything about overtime right now because the Turks still need to go out and get this done.
Yes.
And so now you see that they've got two good athletes over on the right. Here we go.
Pitch to the right. He's got a little bit of room. He's going to turn it up. Breaks through the first lane, through the second lane. He's into the secondary. Turns still on his feet and knocked out of bounds at about
out of bounds
the 35.
is huge there
that's huge.
Now they're going to stop the clock.
They're
at the 40.
That young man almost made a bad mistake by cutting back into the field. His coach is like, stay out of bounds, stay out of bounds. Yeah. So it stops the clock with 34 seconds on the clock.
Probably the right play. They took 2 of their better athletes and put them over to the right, and they had them blocking. And that's what drew that out. Now, I think the Turks are going to call timeout here. Give them a chance to get things ready. It would have been, would have been really nice for that young man to have a chance to kick that ball, but yeah. Well, all that the Turks can hope for is we have bonus football tonight.
Bonus football. Now, I have to check with executive producer Diamond Dave Moon. Does that mean that he gets paid more? Double?
Double. 0 times 0 is still 0, guys.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. We're going to have to shut off the stream. We can't afford to pay Brian's salary and keep the stream open at the same time. It's too much strain on our
just
finances.
Just make sure everybody out there knows I don't get paid anything.
We're
other than the ribbing that I get from Dan.
Oh, Brian, we love you, man. We love you.
And I deserve every bit of the ribbing that I get.
And you love every bit of it.
And I love all the attention that I get.
All right.
So, hold on, Turks.
This is 10 from 37.
34 seconds. They're going to run. This is going to be probably a reverse to the left.
And crossing pattern. Oh, just overthrew him. He had him open. Number 9 was open. Now, fortunately, the rain has just opened up, too, man. We got a shower. It almost looks hail. Do we have hail going on out there? It almost looks like hail.
Well, the heavens opened and said we need some rain.
Yep, this is a sleety kind of a rain that has we've got a shower.
The ball boy with the towel. The ball boy with the towel becomes the most important person on the field for the Granite Falls Tigers right now.
Yeah, it's just on cue. I mean, it's opened up and we've got some sleety hail that's coming down really hard right now. Visibility has dropped significantly just in the last about 30 seconds.
Now we've got the black and blue and wet bowl.
Yeah, it's definitely nasty out there. Typically, snow is not something you see in high school football. Oh, no! Look at that!
Oh, he's going to call him offsides.
Yeah, he might have got a little bit of a jump there. Either that or a hold, one of the two.
Well, let's see now. That's our number 75 for the Turks as Taden Webster gets in there.
And it looks like he tweaked his ankle a little bit, too, because he's hopping around out there after that big play.
What's the call going to be?
Penalties declined. It was against the Turks, so... All right. So, yes, Mother Nature's helping us out here a little bit with the rain.
If the penalty was declined, it was against the Granite Falls Tigers.
Oh, I'm sorry. My mistake. You were correct, Brian.
Because it must have been a false start or a hold, but they want them to lose the down here.
3rd and 10. 3rd and 10, 28 seconds remaining. And we're all tied up for those of you just joining us.
I need windshield wipers on my window.
Yeah. Now it has settled down. The shower that came through has seemed to kind of pass just as quickly as it came.
All right.
And I'm going to wind the clock. 25 seconds, 24, 23. Clock is running. Going to get about 2 more plays is all as we're going to have here in regulation.
Well, they're going to go deep on
Tigers
this.
taking their time. Oh, mishandled the snap. And that's a call a timeout. Yes, timeout. Timeout with 6 seconds, 6 little ticks on the clock. 14-14. Looks like we're heading to overtime.
I would. This is Granite Falls Sultan. I wouldn't. There's 6 seconds still on the clock.
All right. Well, so we have to make a big decision. Either we have to void Brian's contract and not pay him, or we have to go off the air for the overtime because we can't afford to do both. So.
The abuse that I take here.
Now it's probably killing you because the concession stand is closed too. So the free hot dog that was part of your contract is null and void right now, Brian. No free hot dogs.
Throw it up to Abel. That's well, I don't get my free hot dogs anymore.
No,
so,
the concession stand's closed. No concessions.
By the way, I paid for my hot dogs.
Yeah. Inquiring minds want to know. All
right, so
6 seconds on the clock. 1 more play, and then we're headed to overtime, my friends.
I see Mary in the end zone. So we're going to go to Kansas City rules overtime, and I believe that's where you start. One team, well, we'll go over. We'll go over it here.
To score, and if the other team,
Yeah, we'll go over it here in just a second. And I'll go over the rules for you for overtime.
It's kind of like the infield fly rule in baseball, type of thing. All right, he's going to throw it deep. Man is open. No, it's incomplete or intercepted. Intercepted by the Turks. as it goes double zeros, and we're going to overtime.
All right, so we're going to come out. There's going to be a coin toss. And the people who wins the coin toss gets to decide if they want to have the ball first or if they want to have the ball second. I believe they line up at either the 20 or the 15-yard line, and each team gets a set of downs. If you go 10 yards, you get another set of downs to go and either score a touchdown or kick a field goal or not score at all.
Right.
After that happens, so if the first team scores a touchdown, the other team gets the ball, they go in and score a touchdown, they kick the extra point, we're still tied, we go to the second overtime.
Right.
Then they bring the ball in, I believe it is either to the 15 or the 10-yard line.
Right. They change positions.
And then the team that was second at getting the ball gets the ball first, and you go in. By the third overtime, you don't get to kick extra points anymore. You have to go for 2.
Right. So, yeah, there's a progression here. Each team will get an opportunity to kind of slug it out. And, boy, the way these teams have been playing, they've been slugging it out. There's no doubt about that.
And I tell you what, and then they got to decide, which end zone are you going to go to? Okay.
Which defend what goal.
I'm sorry out there, Turklands. I just kept talking about Granite Falls and Sultan being in overtime, and
you jinxed us.
I think I made it happen.
You jinxed us, Brian.
So for all of you there at Turk Pride Land, welcome to bonus football here on TurkPride.tv.
As if you haven't suffered enough, right? You get us for a little while longer tonight.
I wish I could just make a shout out to Vic's Burger Shack and get a burger right now, but they won't let me bring any food in.
That's right. I know. I wish we had. We're under COVID protocol here, so no food in the booth. So no food, no drink, no nothing. We're abiding by the rules here.
So now, and what you want to do, if let's just say you win the toss, you want to be on defense. You want to know what you have to do with the first one.
Right.
That's the normal protocol for it. So we'll see what happens out here.
We'll do it the coin toss. We'll see who gets that opportunity to make the choice. It's Hardwick out there for the Turks. Captain.
Hard yards out there making the hard choices. Our future Marine out there, Caden Hardwick.
And Hardwick's looking, and he's looking. Then we must have won the toss because he's looking over to his coach to say, "What do you want me to do, Coach?"
Okay, so they're going to tell us here what's going to go. So
Granite is going to receive.
Granite's going to get the ball, and Turks are going to
kick, and Granite will defend.
No, I don't think we kick. I think it's
get possession.
Get possession. I think
you're right.
And we're going to have the ball first.
Correct.
And we're going to be going towards the west end zone.
Correct. They'll be heading to the west, and
so cameramen up there, make sure you get those cameras on the west end zone.
The west end of the field.
All right.
The west end, which is the far end from where we're at.
Yeah, the furthest away from us they could possibly get.
Now, Brian, I've come up with a new idea. I think we should put our press booth on tracks so it can just slide up and down like on rails, Motorized rails.
So it's going to be starting on the 25-yard line, and it's you go till you score.
1st and 10. All right, from the 25. Yes, again heading towards the west. Handoff up the middle. That's
hard yards.
All right.
So it's there's no time on the clock, so you don't have to worry about the clock anymore.
Yep, clock is not a factor. So clock management, timeouts, things like that, you don't need to worry about.
So obviously, because the Turks decided, Granite Falls that won the toss, so the Turks had to decide which end zone to go towards.
Hand off.
Hard yards again.
There you go. Hardwick breaks over the left side, left tackle for a nice little gain. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about
in
5.
We are, of course, in 4 down.
3rd and 4.
You don't get cute. I'm looking at a fake up the middle, and maybe Mr. Saylor going towards the right here.
Sergeant under center. Sets, hands off to Hardwick off the left side.
Follows decent. Looks like he might be good down there for the first down. Let's find out.
Just a little shy, I think, Brian. Just a little shy. Real close, but it's going to be fourth and about a half a yard for the Turks.
You just get behind Tyler Deason and you follow him. You get the 6 inches, whatever it is, half a foot that you need right now.
Yeah, I think with the way that they've been pounding the ball, you have to feel pretty good about their chances of converting this fourth down here.
Oh, here we go.
Handoff.
Hardwick. Oh, he's still going.
He's still on his feet.
He
And then
gets
pushed back,
back,
but he gets the first down. His forward progress is going to take him first down, and the sticks will move. So the Turks.
That's a great tackle there by the Granite Falls player.
It was. They stood him up, and then a second player was able to hit him and drive him backwards, but not before he was able to get enough for the first down.
I'm still calling for that zone read where Sargent hands the ball, fakes the ball to Hardwick, and does a naked boot around the right. But we'll see what happens. Probably not even in the playbook.
All right, so Sargent brings them up under center. Oh, boy.
275.
This game's getting good here. Handoff to Hardwick on the right side. Still on his feet, serving forward, and he's going to be close, but not quite in yet. No signal.
Well, we're
275, Dave Moon? 275 would come on, 300. Call your neighbors, call your friends, tell them to log in and hit that subscribe
ball's
button.
going to be down on the 7-yard line, so you got third and...
Hit that subscribe button. All 275 of you, hit that subscribe button for us. We would appreciate it.
Third and 3.5 coming up for the Turks here. Well, you've been riding hard yards to here, or do they let Saylor get another chance here? Hard yards.
And he's
touchdown!
Turks! All right, there
touchdown,
we go.
Turks, no fumble. Yeah.
Yes. We held on to it in the end zone. Ooh. All right, touchdown, Sultan.
Hard yards for the touchdown.
All right, so now.
Okay, so now comes the all-important extra point.
Extra point here.
This is huge. Adventures in kicking.
Adventures in kicking.
Actually, the high school kicking.
Last kick was actually a good one, though. The young man did a nice job last time. Oh, but this time it's blocked.
Yeah, so now you've got to keep them completely out of the end zone because they could still score, get the extra point, and win the game because now they get the ball.
Right.
And they've shown a propensity to throw the ball well in the game.
They've got an opportunity to tie or possibly win. So we'll just have to see.
And there's no field goal for them now.
You got to score 6.
You either score the touchdown or
it's over.
Or you got to give us back the trophy.
That's right. And I see it. It's right there. It's
I can see
right
it.
in front
I
of
can
me.
see the trophy.
I can see it from here. Is it going to make its way over to the other side of the field tonight, Brian?
It took me about half a game to get all my technical difficulties warmed up, but I'm here now. I'll tell you.
Now that we're almost done, you're here.
We're back and we're back in
baby.
We're in mid-season form, baby. Let's go, Turks,
baby.
And for all of our Granite Falls fans out there, thank you for sticking with us. And you boys have played admirably.
They have. It's been just a very evenly matched game. You can tell these two teams are just neck and neck with each other. It's been fun.
Got to keep them out of the end zone.
All right, here we go. First down. Tigers drop back into shotgun formation. This has been pretty typical of what we've seen. A lot of motion, moving receivers around. And there's a handoff up the middle. Number 20. Oh, nice stop there by. Was that?
Oh, boy.
Wow, I'm not sure who that player was for the Turks, but boy, that was a nice shot. Boy, they were the Granite Falls running back had a nice head of steam, and boy, he hit a wall and dropped.
Well, there's a chance that was hard stick. So, all right, well, it just doesn't get any better than this, everybody.
That's good stuff right here.
You.
Second down, and about 6 for the Tigers.
Going to throw on this one.
Under center, stays, flips to the right. He's
hard yards is right where he needs
Saylor,
to be.
Nice. Way to hang on.
Hard yards and Saylor there to finish it off.
And he's upset too. Number 4 is like, dang it, I should have broke that.
Who else was in there? Number 21 was in there on that play too, and that was Yvonne Rodriguez. He is a 140-pound, 5'6", 140-pound junior for the Turks. So,
Yep, nice play
Now,
by the Turks. First
once
contact with
again,
Sailor.
once again, for the Tigers. What do
Now
you
we're
do?
down to third. Tigers got
Chances are they're going to run the ball. They're probably going to pitch the ball or pitch the ball to the left here. Give that running back some room. Instead, he goes up the middle.
Goes up the middle, and he's going to get a short gain, but it's going to be fourth down, Brian. We're going to be fourth and about 1, I would look like.
And just remember, they don't have to get a touchdown on this fourth down. All they got to do is it's fourth and half a yard or fourth and a yard. All they got to do is get a first down. They'll get a new set of downs.
Yep. So here we go. This is right here is what it's all about. You stop them, the game is over.
And the way this game has gone, you know.
First down, and we play on.
Yes.
Play on. All right, fourth
and like half. Not
fourth
even
and half a yard. I mean, it's not much. You're probably looking at just a dive play, pretty much a jumbo formation, I think they've got it.
I think he's going to get it on that.
Yeah, he's going to get it. So we're going to play on.
Play on. So
we don't pay you extra for how long the overtime goes, do we?
You pay me. I get paid in joy.
Oh, okay. I enjoy. I get paid in joy. All right, first down for the Tigers. They are sitting at the 15-yard line.
They get a first down on this.
At the 5. They get a first down at the 5. They are at the 15. First and 10. Oh, little miscommunication. Quarterback throws, and that's going to be incomplete. Out of bounds.
Nice catch by the Turk defender over there.
He just happened to be out of bounds.
Yeah, he just happened to be there when it went out.
Just happened to be out of bounds.
Weston Bauer over there. So, see that, you were hoping to catch the Turks napping and just keep running the ball. So, look for him to run the slant again here.
Second and 10 for the Tigers. Hand off on the left side, number 25. He gets trying to turn it up, gets around the corner, and brought down nicely there by the Turks after a short gain. It's going to be third down for Granite Falls.
Wow, that young man came to play, huh? I think that's Weston Bauer again.
All right, so now Granite Falls is looking at a long third down, third and almost 10, third and 9.5.
Now, if you don't run it here, and you throw it and you don't get any yardage, it becomes that much harder.
Yeah, Granite really's got to get a good chunk of this yards back this time.
I'm really thinking, though, that they're going to throw it on this. This is how they're lining up.
Touchdown, Granite. Oh, my goodness. Nice play there, a little misdirection, had everybody fooled there, and the running back plowed his way in for the touchdown. So we are tied with the all-important extra point coming up here, Brian. 20-20 in overtime.
Looks like Minecraft.
What's happening now?
Yeah,
and we got a timeout on the field.
We're not used to having our cameras out in the rain.
We're gonna talk about this here, Brian. This is the game right here.
Yeah, boy.
The all-important PAT.
Well, they missed one earlier.
They did. They have struggled. Both teams have struggled, but Granite probably struggled more than Sultan has struggled.
The kicker missed one earlier, so they went for 2 the next time, and they got it.
They did get it.
So there's your decision if your kicker's struggling. The game's tied.
Right.
So you can't lose by going for 2.
Correct.
Okay. If you do try to kick it and you miss it, and it doesn't look to me like a kicker's going out there.
It does give you some good options, like I said, because you're at least tied right now.
I don't see a kicker out there.
No, I think you're right. They're going to go for the 2-point and try to punch this one in on the ground, as opposed to taking a chance with a bad snap, set, or kick. So this is what it comes down to right here. 2-point conversion attempt by the Tigers going into the shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the right. Single setback.
They're going to run the same play they just did.
Rolls to the right. Quarterback's going to throw on his feet and scores, and that's the game. Touchdown, extra point is good for the Tigers. They all flood onto the field, and they're going to come out on the the good end of a 22-20 score. Oh, disappointing ending for the Turks. That's tough, especially when you think about, think about those two opportunities, Brian, that we had down here on the 1 yard line and came away empty both times, and then to lose in overtime by just a extra point, 2-point conversion. Oh, that's tough. That's tough.
Hashtag Turks first.
Yeah, this is where you say something, Brandon. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
that's tough.
just disappointing. How exciting for those young men.
Yeah.
What
a way to start the season, though.
How exciting for those Granite Falls Tigers.
Oh.
They get to keep their trophy. They get to go home with a win. They didn't get to play football in any sports this year.
Congratulations to the Tigers.
Yeah.
Excellent, well played game. I mean, just you talk about two teams about as evenly matched as you can possibly. I'd love to see these two teams play every week.
Yeah,
it'd be awesome.
I don't know if my blood pressure could handle another.
Well, maybe not. But it just you talk about just a quality game. Just two very evenly matched opponents. It just doesn't get better than that. Unfortunately, what didn't happen is the Turks came out on the wrong end of a 22-20 score, and the Black and Blue Bowl trophy will stay with the Tigers of Granite Falls.
Riley Hooper's taking the trophy out with him to show.
He's got the trophy. He's like, we get to keep this for another year. We get to keep this in our trophy case for another year.
It's all in good nature and all in good fun. And
it is.
The parents in Granite Falls love their kids as much as the parents in Sultan do.
They do, and they should be proud of their young men out there. They did an admirable job today, and just an excellent game all the way around. Good sportsmanship. I saw good sportsmanship. I didn't see any. The number of penalties was very, very low. We didn't talk about it, Brian, but I didn't see hardly any penalties tonight.
They deserve
just a few.
They deserve to go out, and they deserve to celebrate.
Yep, and they did. And they did a nice job. Well, congratulations to the Tigers, and our consolations to the Turks, but there will be other days. For a young team like Sultan has tonight, I was very impressed that they showed a lot of maturity, even though that they're a very young team as far as their age out there on the field. Just a couple of miscues. Down deep in there. That was the difference.
Poking the ball on defense. Poking the ball out on defense.
Yep, that was the difference.
Is where it came down to.
Yep, it did. But anyway, Sultan, let's look forward now. Now that this game, unfortunately, is in the rearview mirror, we've got upcoming. Let's kind of look at the schedule. Heading to Kings. Next Friday night, they're going to be at Kings. Looking forward, on the 12th, they'll be back here against Cedar Park. On the 19th, they will be at South Whidbey, and they will finish it up on the 26th against Life Christian Academy. So those
Life Christian's coming here.
Life Christian is coming here, correct. So we away at Kings, home for Cedar Park, away at South Whidbey, and home for Life Christian. So every other week, home, away, and home to finish things out for the season in this abbreviated fall, air quotes, fall season. So, again, tonight, the final score in the Black and Blue Bowl. The Turks come up short by 2. Granite Falls 22, Sultan 20. For myself, Dan Baller, and my co-host, Brian Atkinson, we say good night.
Hashtag Turks first.
Take care.